regrettable, it's tragic. It's unheard of. In 8 months of governance, this kind of approach, it strongly should be deprecated and condemned. Second, misplaced analogies will not help. Indira Gandhi did not tell the nation that I am going to place before you the details of the Bangladesh war. The defense minister has said so 3 times for the last 1.5 months and done nothing. This is not an international war. It is the bombing of a coast guard. It would help if the government came out with the facts, because it would set to rest all speculation.
Will you respect those
and
facts?
And for God's sake,
will you respect the facts that the government comes up with? Will you respect the facts, or will you continue to question the government?
Of course. In this country, unprecedented support has been given always, from Kargil war to other situations, if you come up with a fair disclosure. And the disclosure, the degree and the extent is your decision. Here there is no disclosure. What is happening is that in arrogance is suggesting that anybody who speaks against you, how dare you ask me a question?
Rajdeep,
you are unpatriotic.
10 seconds.
Yes.
This is absolutely tragic and regrettable. It's condemnable.
I will give 10 seconds to Sambit and then 10 seconds to Praveen.
With all
Go
due
ahead,
respect to the panel, with all due respect to the panel, I would say my arrogance that puts India in a better position is far better than the foolishness of Congress and the opposition, which puts India in a tight spot.
Well, you know, I'm just seeing on Twitter, Sambit, someone saying, according to Sambit, what's seen that and the army in this country is anti-national. That seems to be the line of argument you've taken today. But the fact is, Praveen Swamy, will you as a journalist believe that we should accept, let's say if the defense minister comes up with this inquiry report, puts it out in the public domain and says, look, the Coast Guard believed that there were terrorists on that boat, therefore they went there, conducted an operation. Whether they blew up the boat or not will come out in that report. Will you accept their version?
If there is a lucid and coherent report, I'd be the first to accept it. We've been asking week after week after week for something sensible to be said.
Right.
We've been given date after date for that to happen. The latest open-ended offer is on Monday. I look forward to the defense minister saying what he has to say. I will say, though, that it's my job to ask questions. That's why we have a thing called the media in this republic.
And
it's
therefore,
played a valuable
that's why we are perhaps not Pakistan. That's why we are not Pakistan. Maybe if this program was conducted on Pakistan television, you would perhaps not be allowed to ask these questions. Certainly on some channels of Pakistan, you would not be allowed to ask these questions. And that's what makes our democracy superior to that of our neighbor, that we can ask these questions. And I hope, Mr. Patra, you will take it in that spirit, that these are questions that are being asked because the country, I think, needs to know the answers to this question. We are, in that sense, a true democracy. I appreciate all my panelists joining us on this question. And let's hope that no one's patriotism is constantly questioned. My take, where do we stand? Despite the attempt by the defense minister to play down the issue, a senior Coast Guard's official's loose talk has undoubtedly embarrassed the country. If a Pakistani boat was blasted without adequate proof of it being involved in terror-related activity, then the government must come clean. Let not the adventurism of a few become a reason for the entire security establishment to be pushed on the defensive. Okay, let's turn to another big story that we are tracking today, and it is another controversy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's controversial